Yo, what's up guys, it's Aumski here and I'm finally back and I'm doing, starting a new career mode. So we're doing the 30% extra transfer budget and we're doing the scout, but I don't think I'm going to use the scout. We'll kind of come back to that one and probably in a couple of episodes later, maybe after the transfer market closes. But in this episode, so I'm starting off with Newcastle. Now, the reason I chose Newcastle is they have a really dodgy owner, as everyone knows. Like, not a lot of Newcastle fans like Mike Ashley. And they've had a bit of trouble with managers recently as well, so this is the like sort of the thought behind going for Newcastle. Now, so as you can see currently on the screen, I'm going through the current players, who I should sell, who I should keep. I'm looking to get rid of Papi Cisse. Papi Cisse is one I'm looking to get rid of just because he's 29. I think his overall was only something like 77. It wasn't very good, and I can get someone else for the money that I'll get for him. And on top, his wages. Now, his wages were quite high. I think there's something like 60,000 or 70,000. For a 77 rated player, not really worth it. I know a couple of others who I can get for a lot cheaper, and that's the thought behind going for him. Now, I'm kind of getting rid of another couple of players. So, Ferreira, who's actually on loan to Newcastle, because of the glitch, he has been permanently signed. So I'm going to look to sell him. I've got Simon De Jong, who's a new signing. We're going to look to loan him out because he's not someone that I'm going to use. I've got Musa Sissoko that can play there, and I've got Remy Cabello as well. And if I need someone desperately, Perez can also play there. So I'm kind of looking to get rid of some players. Gutierrez, I really didn't want to get rid of him, but I am going to get rid of him. And now I'm kind of just going into the transfer market to see who I can get. But yeah, so we're getting rid of some players that we don't really need, and I'm looking to replace a lot of my defenders as the defenders are quite old. So I was looking to... Bye, Mom! Mom's going to work. Bless her. So, I'm looking to get rid of... I'm looking to sign Discoglio because I think I need a left back. I'm looking to loan out Haidara because he's only 70 rated and he's quite young. Maybe I can loan him out, who come back with a potential loan glitch. Maybe not, but I'm not too fussed about that. I'm going to look to get Sule, and I'm going to look to get Tedvaj as well. I don't know how to quite say that name, so we're going to have to give him something else. If you have a good nickname for him, leave it in the description, because I can't be bothered to say Tedvaj every time, because I'm probably saying it wrong. It's probably not even his name. His name is probably spelled completely differently, and I'm just really, really wrong. So, I go in for Babacar here. Now, I need a good striker, I need someone that's young, and Babacar sort of was a tricky one. Wasn't something that really is going to happen, and for the one reason that they want too much money for him. They want far too much money for him. Money. They want far too much money for him. Monies. But, so yeah, I think I put in an offer with 4 million or 5 million pounds. I think Schalke come in eventually for 7.5 million. It's not going to happen. So I've also gone in for Danny Ings as well, and I'm going to go for Danny Ings over Babacar any day. Now, I'm not too sure about Danny Ings though. He's got a high work rate. Maybe something I need to adjust, maybe something I need to change. I'm not too sure. I do end up playing the friendly against Borussia Mönchengladbach. I don't know how quite to say that. Again, Gladbach. Playing against Gladbach. Okay, so we end up signing Squiglio. Now, I know that was just the contract going through, but we do end up signing him. Danny Ings, we're offering a bit more money from. They want 6.5 million. I'm thinking right now, do you know what? I need a striker. Let me go in for him. Haidara goes to Southampton on loan. I know it's a Premier League rival, but that's something that's just, it has to happen. I need to loan him out. He's not going to play first team for Southampton, but I'm not too fussed. So, Jedvaj, Tin, rejects our contract, but it's okay. We adjust it to £30,000 a week because I'm quite okay with that. We end up getting Sule. Sule's quite cheap. That gets sorted out. Armstrong gets loaned out, as you can see. So it's a lot in the transfer market happening at the moment. There's a lot of coming in, a lot of going out, a lot of transfer negotiations going on. Colaccini. Now he ends up actually getting sold for £4 million to Manchester United. Could I have got more for him? Could I have got less for him? I'm not too sure, but that was a transfer I am very, very happy with. For the one reason, he is 33 or 32. He's a 78 or a 77. He's not very high rated. He's not going to go up. He's not going to go down. £4 million. I know it's quite cheap, but it's a good transfer for me overall. It allows me to bring in another player for a similar amount of money who's going to be a very, very good player. So, for example, I get Jed Badge there. He's a right-back, centre-back. And I get him for like 3.7 million and 30k wages. Colaccini's wages are like 60,000. So I'm saving money here. This is what I believe has to be done with Newcastle in real life, is they need to get a couple of younger. I know they're really heavily involved in the transfer market at the moment, but they need to get rid of some of the youth players. No, they need to loan out a couple of the youth players. They need to sign a couple of first-team youth players, and they need to get rid of a couple of the older players. Like Colaccini last season, the captain Colaccini, he was awful for Newcastle. I've got to be completely honest. Now, I'm a Leicester fan, and genuinely, I don't think he had a very good season. I remember him playing against Leicester City, and he doesn't even know how to track a person. I personally don't want that in my club. I know this isn't real, but I'm basically taking it like a real life thing. Now, I don't want him in my team. I wouldn't want him in anyone else's team. And to be fair, I'm also got a slight liking for Arsenal, because Arsenal were the first ever team that I saw play live. So I kind of follow Arsenal. And to let Colaccini go to Manchester United was an absolutely amazing transfer for myself. And that's why I let him go. In the first half of this game, guys, nothing happens. Nothing. We have one shot, they have one shot, the possession is all them, basically, and it's boring. However, we go for the kickoff here, we try and just run past a couple of people, let a pop shot off, and it just goes narrowly wide. Not much I can do, I don't know what to do. This game is actually very, very frustrating. This is very lucky right here. Danny Ings, I believe, should have scored in a real life situation. Danny Ings would be packing that in the back of the net. And unfortunately, he just side foots it straight at the keeper. Now, Sissoko, very good control here. I really, really did like Sissoko. Using the LTRT dribble, he managed to get past a couple of players, create some space, and finesse it straight past the keeper to his near side. I am genuinely very excited to play with Sissoko. He has the power free kick trait, and that is something that I want to use to my advantage. I do have Cabella. He's actually playing right wing. If you didn't see when I was sorting out the team earlier, he's playing right wing. I'm looking for a left winger because I've got Rolando Aarons, and he's only a 69 rated. I kind of need to use him in that rotational role. Xhaka basically instantly scores against this, and screw you, EA, because Krul is a much better keeper than this. This is kind of why I was looking to let him go with the little whole transfer negotiations earlier. I need to do, like, come on, how is he not saving that? He's basically falling under it. He's not sticking his arms out enough. I know it's not his fault, it's EA, but I need a keeper that can save that. Now, I've tried different keepers who are like 70 rated, and they have managed to save that. I don't know really what to do. It's a very confusing and complicated situation, and I need to cry about it for a while whilst I think. Danny Ings should really put this away, by the way. I don't know what happens. The keeper stops moving, he runs near, and it just... Oh, but this is awful. This is awful. What's this? I need a new goalkeeper. How do I not need a new goalkeeper? That is awful. It's just beat him on the near post. He's done the same thing again, and Tim Krul has just fallen backwards. I don't know what to do in this situation. Xhaka just scores again. Maybe I should sign him. I don't know. He seems like a really good player. However, I don't really have the funds to sign him right now because I'm signing Ivan Cavaliero. Me and Steven, who's one of my friends, he's a Portugal fan. We call him the Black Man because we couldn't quite remember his name when he made his debut for Portugal, and we were talking about him, and we were just like, the Black Man. So that's his name. I'll probably say that a couple of times. So yeah, that's the Black Man, because he's pacey, he runs really, he's pacey and he runs really fast. Come on, Orm, what are you talking about right now? He's really pacey, he's really skillful, and he's got a decent shot on him as well. I think he's something in the mid-70s, maybe low 70s, but he's a very good player. He's still very young. And I really should have won this game. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't beat them down. I need that left wing position sorted, and I may need another striker. I actually didn't like Danny Ings too much in this game. I've got to be completely honest. I'm going to work on his roles, sort of change that around, and hopefully for the time that the first game comes about of the season, I think it's against Manchester City, that I'm going to have a really good squad. So guys, this is basically the end of the episode. We're loading out Simon De Jong to QPR right now. But I hope you have enjoyed this. The next game is against Wolfsburg. If you want me to play against Wolfsburg, leave a message down below, comment, and I'll see what I can do. But I've been Aumski, guys, and I really hope you have enjoyed this episode of this career mode with Newcastle, and I'll catch you guys later. Please do like, subscribe, maybe follow me on Twitter. It's all down below, and my Twitch as well. And I've been Aumski. This has been a really fast-paced outro, but peace!